Welcome to Let's Play Monster Loves You. It is a game I've been kind of watching for a little while, and when it went on sale, as always, I grabbed it. Well, when money was available, but you get the idea. I'm going to go ahead and click it, which will start the sound. It is, I don't really know how to describe it. It is interesting, but we shall begin. Or at least I'll quit rambling. Nobody told you that. I'll begin your story. Oh, great. This is going to be a game full of lots of reading, isn't it? Nobody wants to hear me sit here and read. Well. Long ago, deep in the forest, monsters called the Whale Mist. The Mist of Whales. Right, long ago, nestled in the... Okay, slightly strange. That's right, long ago nestled in the heart of the forest was the monster village of Ulmen. You were born from slime that holds the memory of monsters known for... let's go with words and thoughts. It's also slightly loud. One moment. Is that better? Sounded a little bit, it may have just been me, it was very loud. You're not awake yet, but soon your first eye will open. Your simple dreams will give way to life itself. You dream of... Well, let's go with helping the sick. Yay, kindness points. I don't know what that means. I know what kindness means. I don't know what the kindness points will mean within the context of the game. You know what I mean. Your body is turning and twisting, growing solid in the middle of a great vat of green slime. It's time to be born. Yay. Ah. Big vat of green slime, I see. You awaken to the chilling season just as the air begins to turn crisply cool. So autumn? Let's call it autumn. Onward! Your eyes open, you're a morsel, just barely born, you float in the spawning vat, dozens of other morsels are exploring, flailing, and stealing food from each other. Oh hey. I'm gonna say float. Close your eye and breathe for a while. You're at peace. As long as you live, you'll always remember this one moment of perfect, transcendent calm. Engage the world beyond, yes. Open your eye and smile with a newly formed mouth. There are many other morsels, perhaps they will be your friends. Another morsel swims towards you. It opens its mouth to show a small set of sharp teeth. It bites you. Stop that! Pause and able to believe it's trying to eat you. For a moment, you snap out of it and start to move again. Unite the morsels! You speak, your words are simple, but some of them understand you. They converge on the biter. Your tiny, slimy flotilla frightens it away. It retreats to the far end of the spawning vat. Patrol the vat! Splash, flutter, splish, squeak. Another morsel is too weak to swim properly. It's sinking towards the bottom of the vat. Feel a deep sense of injustice at the smaller morsel's impending demise. If only you could do something about it. Well, the button says we can do something about it. You swim to it, determined to act. I'm gonna say get under it. Pushing! Darn it, I didn't read that. I got distracted. Your feet are breaking up amongst the solid clumps of the floor on the vat. Still not giving up? Your legs are gone, but you stretch your body, changing to hold the other. Okay, we've lost our legs. That's something. Changing your slimy shape to hold the other morsel up to the surface of the slime. Don't grieve, it's logical. The needs of anyone are important. Oh dear, I think we died. Your body dissolves as you push one last time. The other... Well, this is on the other. Huh. Two dissolving morsels reach for each other. They come together in a single mass. A new morsel. You've grown too big for the spawning vat. You must move on to the next stage of life and become a monsterling. No, don't grow up. That's funny. Got me at 5. You're going to get into some trouble, which is great. Exercise bravery, cleverness, ferocity, kindness, and honesty. What kind of monster will you be? You or we at this point? I don't know anymore. Indeed, to the Brood Cave an adventure. Slightly. 8 days left. What is this, Majora's Mask? 3 days remain. What is that? Oh, how many days to your next stage of life? Respect. Impress other monsters, they'll talk about how amazing you are. The more respect you gain in the earlier stages of life, the greater power you'll wield later on. Let us click adventure. Choose your adventure. Well, it'd be nice if I knew what the buttons did, but let's click the wolf. Well, it summoned a fox. I'll work with this. Suddenly a fox runs into the cave. It yips, looks over its shoulder, and runs behind a rock. Is that growling I hear? Judging by the commotion, yes, there's a pack of wolves in hot pursuit. They seem reluctant to come into the cave full of monsters, even little ones like you. Scare the wolves away. Monsterling laughter can be disturbing. If you're not ready for it, the wolves run off fearful for their lives. It's not because they're stupid, I just wanted to protect the fox. Talk to the fox. It doesn't seem to be a talking fox, just a fox. I approve. The fox alone. Fox runs from place to place within the cave, keeping out of reach of any monsterling who shows an interest. I approve of this button. I'm going to read this button. Look at the bushy little tail, look at the cute little nose. Eventually, when it's sure the coast is clear, the fox leaves the cave. You swear it winks at you as it goes. Maybe it secretly was a talking fox. Who can understand such things? I like this one. Moopsie moral is a... What the? So it just says things when we click. Anyway. Let's see. Dig a hole. I vote for dig a hole. Gobclaw pulls you into side tunnel. There's something under there, he says, pointing to... Why? I'm curious, but why? Well, we'll go with curiosity. Okay, starts digging on the left, you dig on the right, she's right, there's something solid under there. I mean, it needs to be found, but let's work together with two of you unclever animal skulls. Perhaps a family of badgers was leaving there, and then thousands of bats had to do it. Hi! Yes, that's probably it. Gobclaw seems disappointed to find anything more interesting, but it was probably a good day's digging practice. I don't know how to respond to some of these. Let's click the human, I guess. Some monsterlings gather at the cave entrance to watch the sunrise. Suddenly a tall figure appears from the bushes. Its shadow stretches towards you with, like a knife. It's so big, bigger than 6 monsterlings, and tall and thin, walking on 2 legs. It's a human! Most of the monsterlings flee into the cave, but Weemy trips and his ankle goes crack. The tall creature starts at the sound, then walks towards you with long strides. Stay and help. You stand over Weemy, small enough to carry, but there might not be time. The quick footsteps are getting closer and the shadow is upon you. Pick him up then. You made it. Cleverness -1. The footsteps come closer. And a tall, skinny elder comes into the cave. Old Thorgers looks more like a stork than a human now that she doesn't have the human behind her. Oh, I guess you just pick 8 of the, 1, 2, 3, 4, 12 potential adventures. That face looks very curious, but that's curious. Let's go with the curious. It's you again! I'm not listening to you. Smark sits quietly by itself in the furthest corner of the cave. He's slumped and deflated like a float pod, missing half the gas inside, his eyes brim with slimy tears. Asking what's wrong is typically a good start. Smark looks down at his body, which isn't roly-poly or muscular like other monsterlings. He's sort of scrawny and weak. It'll be fun. Remember, we're all monsterlings, gonna grow up to be monsters, and that's great. You rub Smark's bony shoulders and whistle a cheerful tune. Don't eat a kitten. You're halfway towards becoming an adolescent. Firm up your personality. Well, let's go with the curiosity one then. You notice a line of ants marching in and out of the cave. They seem to be building an anthill. Well, if they were building a badger's den, we would have problems, wouldn't we? And some very confused ants. They're red ants. They look angry. Big pincers in front, big stingers in the back. Just because they're red ants doesn't mean I should mess with them. I'm leaving them be. I'm not doing it to spare myself problems, because they're just doing what ants do. Leave them alone. Unless they're invading your house. Well, I guess this is your house, so... Okay, it depends on the logic. Train of thought I would follow for that one. Soup. Old Hamrag comes into the cave with a box full of metal cans. He says it's drink or douse. These cans are full of what humans call soda pop. Monsters drink soda pop? Bubbly liquid sugar, you bet, but they also like to see who could chug the most or do the most exploding metal cans at once. What? Depends on where the exploding can is, I guess. Let's go with drink. Drink more. Bubbles are building up. This is not a problem. Third can. This one isn't sweet, but it's still full of bubbles. I'm afraid that's gonna kill me. I don't know what the limits of this game are. Let's try one more. Okay, that's a horrible idea. Little bubbles are exploding inside of you. It's leaking from your hide with little squeaks and your belly is swelling. You do not have room for more. Jumping up and down would make things horribly worse. Go lie down. That was probably much smarter. Let's go with the musical. Follow a thudding noise, find Sickle and Lapper, hitting animal skulls with sticks. Nash stands to one side, judging their performance. Sure, let's try. Nash walks this way and that, watching you as you take your position behind the skull of a bear. She thinks she's looking for weaknesses. Who cares about skill? Play from the heart. Drum as hard as you can, stick breaks, and the skull shatters. Lapper and Sickle yelp in pain, but Nash likes it. Keep going with the broken sticks. They yell for you to stop, but you hammer your broken sticks on the floor of the cave again and again. Elder Marinus comes to see what all the racket is about. Elder Marinus watches you for a while, says something about your musical skills, and walks away. Something about memorably excruciating, but you're not sure exactly. You couldn't really hear her over all the noise. Works for me. Bravery is 46 out of 100. And cleverness is 9 out of 100. 11 out of 100 for ferocity. I should probably read some of that. No. No! It'd be horrible. 33 out of 100. And 39 out of 100. I guess I'm not hugely anything. Grabby hand. Nash spies delicious mouse head mushroom. Mine. She plucks it from the floor, but it tumbles from her claws and bounces into a dark crevice in the wall. I'm guessing I'm getting it for them. Offer to help get Okay, hold my feet. Nash dives into the crevice and gets stuck. You pull her out along with the mushroom. And she shares it. Huzzah! Last one. Let's go with the happy face. Nash and Gobclaws are racing to the ceiling of the cave. They've already climbed halfway up when Gobclaws invites you to join them. You don't see a good way up, though. Probably gonna go with the copy. Plus 15. You follow Nash's claw marks halfway up the cave wall, then slip sideways to where Gobclaws was being more careful. You meet them at the top to their surprise. Whee. Oh, I get another one? Oh my, you wake up and you find you're no longer a monster. You're growing up. Monsterling. You're growing up. Elder Marinus calls the older monsterlings to gather in a group. You're one of the oldest ones now, so you should join them. She looks grave. Let's watch from a distance. You squeeze behind a big boulder at the back of the cave. There's a wide tunnel behind it, big enough for an elder. They'll never look here. Marinus slides the boulder aside. She and the other monsterlings are surprised to find you there. Admit you are hiding. New things can be frightening, but you have little to fear today. Did she say little instead of nothing? She did. Marinus shuffles down the long tunnel, turning this way and that amongst dozens of forking passages. Keep going. Marinus stops in a warm, humid chamber with a pit in the floor. She points to the pit, which seethes with thick mist. It could be many things. Let's wait. She pushes you in with a sweep of her tail. I don't know if that would be seen as ferocious. I'd probably just be more shocked and scream. Some more. Oh, good gracious. And the other monsterlings, yes, some of them are crying, and you can see through the mist. Or is it fog? Maybe clouds. Whispering screams. You land on smooth, flat stone. Despite the swirling vapor, the floor is dry as a bone. You hear other monsterlings breathing nearby. Some of them are above you, still falling. Try to cushion the fall. You don't see who you helped. Whoever it is rolls away into the fog without a word. Gratitude is not important in that context. You rejoin some of the monsterlings at the edge of the mist. There are more passages out of here than you can count. Some monsterlings begin to panic while others look determined. In this situation, the monsterlings watch you curiously. It's horrible. Help them work together. Lead the other monsterlings into a rousing song. Putting aside their trepidation, they advance into the twisting passages. Soon you have all convened into a cave full of even thicker mist. You can no longer see. The chamber swirls with mist, smoke, fog, vapor, except it's not any of those things. It's ghosts, hundreds of them, large and small. They're everywhere. One by one, the pale ghosts begin to turn towards you. Their eyes glow different colors. Ghosts speak in many voices, all hollow and distant. They ask in unison, do you fear? More than likely, I'd wait and say nothing. Ghosts stare into and through you as though you're the one made of mist. One sharp voice speaks from behind you. Why are you here? Lecture them about their monster life. You take a deep breath and begin to explain how monsterlings make the change into adolescence monsters. Stress is like heat, cooking our minds and bodies so they enter a new state of being. First, growing bodies must be destabilized so we take on our more diverse forms, and then we must, I'm sorry, I forgot what I was, fall into a deep sleep. I have zero respect. Yes, this sums me up quite nicely. Agreed. You wake up inside a well-appointed hovel. This is your home now. How did we get from the cave to here? Somebody clearly carried our unconscious form all the way here. The brave, clever, ferocious, kind, and honest you are, the more the monsters will grow to respect you, gain enough respect, and you might someday affect important world events. Is there a pause function here? Oh, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and pause here, and I will see you next time, because clearly we can just hit escape at any point and pause, so...